The Law of One, Book 2, Part 40. Questioner. I am simply trying to trace the evolution of this catalyst that then, as you say, changes in fifth density. I might as well complete this and ask if there is any ingestion of food in sixth density. Ra. I am Ra. This is correct. However, the nature of this food is that of light and is impossible to describe to you in any meaningful way as regards the thrust of your query. Questioner. On this planet, after the harvest is complete, will fourth density beings be incarnate on the surface as we know it now? Ra. I am Ra. The possibility vortices indicate this to be most likely. Questioner. Then will there be at that time any fifth density or sixth density beings on the surface of the planet? Ra. I am Ra. Not for a fairly long measure of your time, as fourth density beings need to spend their learn-teaching space-time with their own densities entities. Questioner. Then basically what you are saying is that at that point, the teachings of fifth or sixth density beings would not be too well understood by the new fourth density beings? Ra. I am Ra. Do you wish to query us upon this point? Questioner. I guess I didn't state that correctly. Would the new fourth density beings then need to evolve in their thinking to reach a point where fifth density lessons would be of value? Ra. I am Ra. We grasp the thrust of your query, although it is true that as fourth density beings progress, they have more and more need for other density teachings. It is also true that just as we speak to you due to the calling, so the information called is always available. It is simply that fifth density beings will not live upon the surface of the planetary sphere until the planet reaches fifth density vibratory level. Questioner. I was wondering then if the mechanism of teach learning was the same relatively then in fourth density. From what you say, it is necessary first for a call to exist for the teach learning of fifth density to be given to fourth, just as a call must exist here before fourth density lessons are given to third density. Is this correct? Ra. I am Ra. This query is misguided, for experience in fourth density is emphatically not the same as third density experience. However, it is correct that the same mechanism of calling predisposes the information received in a way consonant with free will. You may ask one more full question at this working. Questioner. You stated that the key to strengthening the will is concentration. Can you tell me the relative importance of the following aids to concentration? I have listed silence, temperature control, comfort of body, screening as a Faraday cage would screen electromagnetic radiation, visible light screening, and a constant smell such as the use of incense. In other words, an isolation type of situation. You mentioned that this was one of the functions of the pyramid. Ra. I am Ra. The analogies of body complex to mind and spirit complex activities have been discussed previously. You may consider all of these aforementioned aids as those helpful to the stimulation of that which in actuality aids concentration, that being the will of the entity. This free will may be focused at any object or goal. Questioner. I was really trying to get at whether it would be of great importance to construct a better place for our meditations. We have distractions here of the types which I mentioned, and I know that it is a function of our total free will as to whether we construct this or not. But I was trying to get at the principles behind and the relative importance of the Faraday cage. It would be quite a construction, and I was wondering if it would be of any real value. Ra. I am Ra. Without infringing upon free will, we feel it possible to state that the Faraday cage and the isolation tank are gadgets. The surrounding of self in a sylvan atmosphere, apart from distractions, in a place of working used for no other purpose, in which you and your associates agree to lay aside all goals but that of the meditative seeking of the infinite Creator, is, shall we say, not gadgetry, but the making use of the creation of the Father in second density love, and in the love and support of other selves. Are there any brief queries before this working is at an end? Questioner. Is there anything that we can do to make the instrument more comfortable or to improve the contact? Ra. I am Ra. All is well. I leave you in the love and in the light of the one infinite Creator. Go forth, therefore, rejoicing in the power and the peace of the one infinite Creator. Adonai. Session number 44, March 28, 1981, and session number 45, April 6, 1981, contain only personal material and were, for that reason, removed from the book.